Hello flight simmers, welcome back to the next full flight video. Today we are back in the beautiful PMDG 777-200 extended range, and we are doing an Austrian Airlines flight from Vienna over to Tokyo Narita in the rather cool new colors of Austrian. To be very exact, the real world flight, which is flight number Austrian v5.1. It was operated in the old colors, but for some reason I find the new ones a bit nicer, so yeah, I switched over to the new ones, and very much looking forward to carry this 777 livery across Asia to Japan. You can see that GSX is already loading the cargo. We are rather light today. We have a zero fuel weight of 166 tons. Only carrying, I think, 129 packs, and on top of that some 11 tons of cargo. So we are rather light, and I put those figures in since the real world flight was climbing up to flight level 370 initially, and that is rather high for a 777 on a 10.5-hour flight. So that's why I came up with the payload for today. And regarding the flight itself, we are departing Vienna, scheduled at 1:20 p.m. local time, and then we will get to Tokyo 10.5 hours later, which will be local time around 7 or maybe 7:30 o'clock in the morning. So I figure we will have a nice sunset and then also a nice sunrise during the cruise. So pretty much a very classy long haul eastbound flight. And as you can see, weather here at Vienna pretty nice. We have quite a bit of wind from coming in from the south, meaning most likely we will depart runway 16. And we have some good company, another 777 over there, and I think some more Austrians on the other side of the terminal. Oh, it's getting quite busy at 16, but by the time we are getting there, all this traffic probably will have departed. So we can take some time for the setup, I figure. So I will meet you guys in the flight deck. So here we are, and I've set up the D-Link, I've loaded in the routing. Now let's see what they have in store for us in terms of performance. Let's accept this. So wind data available, that's good. Reserves today, alternate will be Nagoya, and therefore reserves are 7.5. So this gets a little bit lower. Zero fuel weight 167, cross weight 243, max takeoff weight would be 297. So we are almost pretty much 55 tons shy of max takeoff weight, if my math is correct right now. So that's pretty high. Sim brief cost index is 160, here it's 85. Maybe let's dial it up to 100, and I think that's really quite a lot already. Reduced vertical separation minima, that's fine. And here it says initial cruise 350, and that's also fine for me. So maybe at the end of the cruise we can check if we can go straight to 370, but let's go with this one for now. And regarding the departure, so I've mentioned runway 16 already. The departure route will be the Roxa 1 Bravo Romeo. Roxa 1 Bravo Romeo, there it is. And let me quickly set up the charts over here. I think that's more convenient. So here we are now. So that's the departure. We climb runway 160 until we get to 1,000 feet. And then we turn Whiskey 404 with a max 205 knots. So let's see if this is correctly entered in here. That's quite crucial. So 1,000 above on the 402, and then 404 max 205. And that's not entered correctly. I am wondering why we have so many waypoints in here. That looks very weird to me, to be honest, guys. Okay, but did I select the correct departure? Okay, 145, then it's 162, which is correct, and then Coxer, sorry, Coxer, of course. Yeah, interesting. I'm not quite sure why that's not in here, and for some reason I can't edit it. So, okay, we have to make very sure to manually stick below 205 knots. I think that's quite crucial for the first turn. Right, okay, and other than that, the loading is already complete. I will get there in a second. Transition is 10,000. And let's load in the wind data. Oh, sorry. Need to go to map mode, of course. Route data, load. And then FMC progress 11.7. Okay, that's quite a nice figure for arrival. Not too much, not too less. Perfect. Yeah, let's close the doors. That gets a bit annoying here. Close all. And in the meantime, I should fire up the APU. Okay, so that's done. Then on to the performance calculations. So performance conditions are dry. Let's see what the wind is like. Okay, here we are. Okay, 180 at 17. So that's quite a lot of headwind, and that's of course good for our departure. 1018, that's fine. Let's go takeoff. Optimum aircon will be auto, and wing and engine NTI is also auto. Calculate. Flap 5, 52. So 52, and that gives us 94.4. Here it's 94.1. So yeah, that's okay. Climb 1 is armed. Flap 5. And speeds 48, 54, 58. 148, 54, 58. And this goes to 158. And this to 160. Like this, and initial climb clearance is 5,000 for this departure. Flight directors, LNAV, VNAV, perfect. Okay, maybe checking the second page over here, just to make sure we enter everything correctly. So 180, 17, takeoff speed CDT, I should have seen that coming. And we have a noise abatement procedure 2, which is thrust reduction 1.6. And same for acceleration. 1,600, and engine out acceleration is 2,100. And we have 10 degrees. Right. Okay, 48, 52, 54, 58, like that. Okay, looking good. This is all completed. So let's jump into the final flows. APU is running. Let's disconnect the external power. And yeah, I believe we are pretty much good to get going now. Let's quickly do the checklists. Oxygen, let's assume that's tested. Flight instruments is 021, 021, and 1018, 1018. And parking brake is set. Okay, cool. So all the doors are closed. Let's arm them all. Remove. And let's make sure jetway is disconnected. Like that. Okay. Right, over here. So the right one, waiting for the light to extinguish. And then the electric ones and the others. Fuel pumps. Not sure if we have anything in the center tank. Oh, we do quite a bit, 21.9. So definitely need those. And packs come on. Beacons, everything looking good on the overhead. Right, before start checklist, flight deck doors closed and locked, passenger signs are on, MCP is set, takeoff speeds are done, serial pre-flight completed, trim is 30 units. Taxiing takeoff briefing, yeah, we will do the taxi in a second, and thus we are good to ask for pushback. Quickly looking around, there's a Eurowings, there's a LOWW, Eurowings, Level, Scandinavian. Quite interesting AI traffic here today, all taxiing for 1.6. But I believe we are good to do the pushback. There's no traffic behind us just now.
Hello Captain, we are ready for pushback.
Yeah, let's put in the VORs.
Looking here.
Yeah, but it's an RNAV departure, so I believe we don't need to tune any VORs here. I'm just really wondering why the legs are not exactly according to the charts. Wonder what these two legs are doing here. Maybe I should just clear them out. Let's try that. Since they are not on the chart, why even need them? Oh, sorry. That wouldn't work, of course. We're on a Boeing. Like that.
Release parking brakes.
Starting the block time.
All engines clear. Start at will.
And now maybe we can try again the 205. Really wondering why it's not working. I get this quite often in the 777, and I wonder if that's a bug or if that's how it should be in the 777. Just really weird. Anyway, we are going to fire up the beautiful GE engine. So let's start number 2. Okay guys, sorry, hate to say it, but we actually pushed right through the Eurowings Airbus. Sorry about that. We will be flying on VETSIM very soon, and then this will not happen anymore, hopefully. Okay, let's turn this one off and let's listen in now to engine number 1. Now there's another one went through us, and I think there's just about to come another right through us. I'm not sure what's happening today. Usually AI traffic knows that we are here, but today it's going really wild. And okay, so yeah, that's the next one coming. Crazy stuff. Never mind. Okay, we have 2 good engine starts. APUs coming off. Packs are auto, everything looking good on the overhead. And this goes to RTO. Now trim should be 5.25. Okay, need to trim it up a bit. Like that. And this goes to TA. Weather and turbulence down here, and flaps 5, RTO, flight controls, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, and the rudder, full left, and full right. Neutral, flight controls checked. Okay, so the checklist:
Left is clear.
anti-ice,
Right is clear.
recall, auto brake, flight controls, ground equipment. Before takeoff checklist, flaps are checked, position 5. Before takeoff checklist completed, and we are good to go. So turn off and taxi lights. Did he wave goodbye? Yeah, seems like. Okay, this goes off, and let's start taxiing. Looking on the charts, go straight to the airport map. For that matter, just straight ahead, left on Whiskey, and then down here, crossing Echo to the holding point for 16. It's still a lot of traffic down there on 16, but everything clear from the right hand side. Okay, coming up to Whiskey, so we will take a left hand turn. Let's see if I can still turn this aircraft. Haven't done it in quite a while now. Yeah, it could be worse. Could definitely be worse. Okay, just another right-hand turn, and I think this will be perfect timing. By the time we get there, all the traffic is on its way. So just another LOWW A320 lining up, and then it's our turn. Okay, so before takeoff checklist is already completed. Let's switch on the transponder properly. Looks like approach is free, and once he's rolling, there he is, and then we are good to go onto the runway. Landing lights, strobes, looking good. And of course, weather, traffic, and terrain. Yeah, terrain not too much an issue today. The Alps off to the west, of course, but we are banking away to the east, so that's no worries. I don't think the clouds are too crazy either, so everything should be good for the departure.
On runway 16.
Can't even remember what our last 777 flight was. Was it maybe the Emirates 777 down to Brisbane? Can't remember. But anyway, very much looking forward to now hear the beautiful GE engine sound again. So he has disappeared for whatever reason, so we are good to go. Starting the timer, thrust to around 50%. Power set and toga. There's the beautiful sound, although we have a bit of a D-rate today, 94.1 only. 100 knots. Do some leg spikes.
V1.
Rotate.
V2.
At around 10 degrees and we are airborne.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Cool. Very nice. And that's 1,600 speeding up. Oh, of course, sorry, not that was 1,600 barrow. What we need to get to radio, of course. There it is. Okay, speeding up, left-hand turn. And now we just need to remember 205 knots. Quite crucial. Let's use the autopilot for that. And yeah, let's stay at flap 5. We can only take them up after we are cleared of the speed restriction. Beautiful, guys, look at this. Amazing view down on Vienna. Okay, so we are through the waypoint, manage speed. And let's keep it climbing. 350 initially, come on, there we are. Right, flaps 1. And flaps up. Cool, very, very beautiful stuff. Okay, so we are climbing nicely out of Vienna. Everything is looking good. We are cleared to cruise level. Just quickly checking. Optimum 356. Okay, I think by the time we get there, we can most likely go straight to 3770. Although here it says in 500 miles. But that's fairly close. Yeah, so I will see what I do when I get there, of course. But yeah. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this beautiful departure out of Vienna, and then I will meet you back in around 10 hours for a hopefully nice approach into Tokyo and Narita. Enjoy! So, hello folks, welcome back to the flight deck after this very long and a beautiful cruise. Very cool sunset after departure and also very cool sunrise high up over Russia, so very enjoyable. And yeah, now we are descending into Tokyo, which in fact is off to our right hand side. Yeah, a couple of miles this way over there. We are just passing flight level 140, which is transition, so let's go local, and we are on inches. And yeah, now I quickly need to double check what the local altimeters were. I forgot. 3024. So we have to that was the minimums. That was bad. 30. Oops, that was quite a lot. 24, now we got it, and minimums are 3901. Yeah, we are a bit fast. I think we will need to deploy the speed brakes in a second, but let's talk a bit about the arrival. So today we will be landing ILS 34 right, which is the shorter one, and that's simply because I guess it's more fun. We do know the other one already, so today we're gonna take a shot at the shorter one, which I think is quite a cool arrival, final approach with the view on the airport down the left hand side. And we are flying the Swampy Echo arrival, and right now let's check where we are, heading into Unari. Today the aircraft is doing a very bad job in doing LNAV. I don't know where that's coming from. Now it's Corgi. Okay, so Corgi is down here, we have entered Swamp over there, now Corgi. Elgar, and from Elgar on it's going to be the final approach, ILS Zulu from Elgar, and yeah, we will level off at 5,000, which is a pretty high glide slope interception altitude, and even from this point on still 14.7 miles to go, so very long final approach, 3-degree glide slope, so that's pretty standard, pretty straightforward. Go around not so much. We only climb to 700 feet, and then we do a sharp right-hand turn outbound from the Narita VOR on heading 095, and climb to what I believe was 8,000 feet, and be holding there. Yeah, so that's what we got, and then taxi will be a little bit long actually, but we will get there when we are on the ground, of course. And now passing 10,000. Now let's see, we are still on VNAV path, we are on the profile, that's good, that's what we need to have in the 777. So maybe it says track required, and now we're getting too high. Okay, so we definitely need the speed brakes. That's fine, it happens quite often in the 777 that we need them. Right, altimeters are set local, 3024, cross-checked. Cool. Yeah, of course I have these speed brakes extended. That's the whole point of it. It's weird, why is this throttle not on idle? Okay, crazy stuff happening with the airplane. Right, and yeah, this approach, of course, is flying offline. ATC is not online, although in the future I will try to catch as much on an ATC as possible, of course. But here for this arrival, we will do it offline. Okay, so 5,000 is set in here. So we're pretty much just waiting to be established on the final approach. Cabin's ready, perfect. Okay, now we are back on the profile, so we don't need these speed brakes anymore. Speed brakes are armed. Cool. So it's still quite a way to fly from Fiona, I guess. Yeah, Fiona down here, and that's 6 miles, and then time is still 17 miles, so we are still like 24 miles or something out of the runway. Still quite a way to go. Yeah, regarding the landing, of course, I've set auto brake 2. The runway 34 right is rather short. It has 8,200 feet, which is exactly 2.5 kilometers, which is not very long for the 777, of course, but we are super light now. Let's double check. So flap 30, speed 129. We can add 5 knots on top. So final speed 134. In fact, let's put this in here. Right, and yeah, we're very light. I've done the landing calculations, and we will need around 2 kilometers of the runway with this setting, and that's perfect since at the very end, or almost at the very end, there's the high-speed exit Bravo 4, which we are trying to capture, and then it should be quite perfect. Right, okay, we are about to come to 5,000, which is good, and yeah, glide slope only starts at Lapis. And so we can arm the localizer. Yeah, I think we should try to be at least on a flap 5 setting before going down to the glide slope, otherwise we might get a little bit fast. So let's go flaps 1. And that should be the localizer in a second. Let's go flap 5 since glide slope is coming in now. The localizer and the approach mode. Seems very empty on the radar, but that's of course because I have the traffic off. Well, that's not too smart. Sorry about that, but still no traffic in front of us, so we are lucky here. So the transponder is on, yes it is. Good, that's the glide slope, and to go around altitude as discussed is 8,000. Alrighty. Yeah, speed 170, let's stick there for a while. Still a couple of miles to fly, 15 to be exact. So still 10 miles out, that's really very long final approach. But makes it easy to fly, of course. Right, and that's the airfield down there. Not the first time we see it, but first time landing on 34 right. And I believe we will park all the way down here. So, yeah, real world flight actually came in 34 left, which makes a lot of sense. Only short taxi, and we will have a very long taxi, but that's just for the fun of landing on 34 right. And in fact, very close to the runway threshold, there's this sort of farm, and if I'm correctly informed here, I believe it's even a chicken farm or something like this, really located in right on the airfield, which is pretty pretty amazing stuff. Let's see if we can get a nice look at this when we get a bit closer.
2,500.
Okay, 7 miles, flaps 10. 15, sorry. We are in 777, of course. But let's keep the speed at 170 for now. Right, I hope AI traffic is using the same runway config. They should be. I mean, the winds are pretty standard for a runway 34 operation. Okay, 5 miles, let's drop the gear. Cool, and drop back 134. And keep the flips coming. 25 and flips full. Okay, landing checklist, just waiting for the flaps. And flaps full, landing checklist completed. And now let's check for AI traffic, but I think we might be lucky today. And my aircraft. Okay, so let's see how the 777 handles. I'm not sure if they have fully fixed the issue now that the approach was a bit unstable. But they should have done so in the meantime, I guess. It's also pretty cool flying right over the parked aircrafts down here. Still feels a little bit unstable, to be very honest. 3 reds, 1 white. No wind at all right now. Continue. Yes, and that's the chicken farm down here. Tiny bit low now, but I think still okay.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
And flare and come on. There we are. Oh, come on. That was not a long landing. No way. That was pretty perfect. And reverse. Beautiful. Decelerate. And manual braking. Idle forward. Cool. Welcome to Tokyo, guys. Yeah, so you can see runway is not very long. But I think I was very happy with this one. I'm not sure why they called it a long landing. We are still well within the range of the touchdown zone. So all good there. Right, flight hour 10 hour 30 on the spot. Cool. Auto brake goes off. Flight directors. Flaps are coming up. Yeah, a little bit of a cleanup now. TA. And landing lights, strobes and taxi and turnoffs, come on. Right. All right, let's finish this turn and have a look at the taxi charts, and then I will let you guys enjoy some scenics of the airport. But it's going to be a very long taxi, so I'm not going to show it all. Okay, so right, let's look at the charts. First of all, the parking, and that will be down here. Some of the heavy gates on Terminal 1, so 3-1, 3-3, 3-5, something like that. Let's see what they have for us. 3-1, perfect. All Nippon Airways, I believe. Okay, and now the taxi. There is a chart with the taxi routes, arrivals 3-4 right. That's what we need. Right, we will be coming in from what I believe is Charlie, and stay on Charlie. That's all Charlie here, and then eventually switch out to Kilo at Sierra 7. Kilo, all the way down here, down on Whiskey, and then Whiskey 8. There we will turn on the apron. So that's crazy long. Now it's 22:10. Let's see when we get there. And yeah, enjoy the airport a bit. Alright guys, finally we are getting closer to 22:24, so almost 15 minutes of taxi time right now. Crazy stuff. A while ago I've shut down engine number 2 already, since we can easily taxi on one engine, and now I just need to find GSX wherever they're waiting for us. Can't even remember what gate I've set up, it's so long ago. I think it was 31, so it should be off to the left a little bit further. Ah, there it is. And there he is waving for us. Cool. So next to the Thai A330, let's get the lights off. APU's running already. Okay, final turn. I figured it must be pretty annoying as a passenger when you know you've landed and then you're sitting in your seat for another 15 minutes. But yeah, I think that's why they usually try to take 3-4 left. Makes taxi a lot shorter, of course. Okay, let's see where GSX puts us. Looks promising up to this point. That was the wrong direction, like this. Okay, perfect. Parking brake and cutting engine number 1. Right, and finally seatbelts and beacons. APU's on. Then clock time 10:59, almost 11 hours. And now I believe it's just the other way around. Those, and on the very last, the right one. Like that. Okay, shutdown checklist. Hydraulics are set. Fuel pumps, of course, need to be off. And parking brake is set. Completed. Let's ask for deboarding. Okay, so we can have 2 jetways. Very cool. Alrighty guys, so welcome once again to Tokyo Narita after this beautiful 777 flight from Vienna. Sorry that we didn't have any ATC online today, but yeah, as mentioned before, I will try to get as much ATC as possibly for the next couple of flights. And yeah, another quick look around. There's some aircraft coming into land. I think last time we've been here, we've been down at the cargo apron. Right, shadows of the people down here. It's also quite fancy. Righty, okay, so yeah, beautiful airport, beautiful landing, beautiful flight. As always, feel free to like and subscribe or leave comments down below. I would highly appreciate it. And other than that, see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.